The NHL trade rumor mill is once again spinning at full speed with a new big name Flame entering the mix. It seems as though everyone thinks that since the Flames have traded a lot of their players, that they're just going to continue to trade pretty much all of their NHL roster players at this point. But we are going to dive in and get a verdict of whether the Flames should sell this guy or not. But before we do that, I want to welcome you to Flames Digest. I am Mark Griffith. If you're new around here and you love the Flames, make sure you subscribe so you can stay up to date on all the latest news, updates, reports, and rumors revolving around your Calgary Flames. We would love to welcome you to the Flames Digest family, and we've had the whole Jacob Markstrom trade rumor saga, of course. We had a small little Andrew Mangiapane one, and we've had a few other players over the course of this channel's existence, of course, Tanev, Hanifin, and Lindholm, and others. But let's get to who is next up, and you can tell from the thumbnail, I wouldn't clickbait you on this one, but it is, of course, Mr. Nazem Kadri, who really did have a very good season last season for the Flames. Bit underrated when it comes down to it from, a casual NHL fan's perspective. A lot of Flames fans knew how good he was. A lot of Flames fans are still on the fence about the guy. He's almost 50-50. Some really do like his game. Others kind of look more at the flaws of his game and what isn't so good. In no way is he a perfect player, of course, but he is really, really good and is actually worth something in a trade. He does have a big contract, but there are some reasons why the Flames maybe should keep him. But let's hop into the article here. That's a spoiler on the comment of the day, but here is the actual article here. So it's, could the Calgary Flames peddle Nazem Kadri, of course, and this one does come from Bleacher Report, and I know what you're thinking. Usually Bleacher Report, not the place to go. Mark, why would you even create a video on an article from there? Well, it's a good talking point, to say the least, and it's not the worst article I've ever seen. So let's dive in and let's read. The Calgary Flames have moved out a lot of veterans in this calendar year. Didn't even see that word there, but I added it. Since January, they've traded away Lindholm, Hanifin, Tanev, Markstrom, and Mangiapane. Wow, I think those are the 5 names I said earlier. That's prompted some observers to wonder about Nazem Kadri's future in the Stampede City. And happy Calgary Stampede to anybody who has been celebrating. I was there on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Safe to say, my bank account has been drained. The 33-year-old center signed a 7-year, $49 million contract with the Flames 2 summers ago in August of 2022, when the club was considered a playoff contender still. Are you saying we're no longer a playoff contender? You must be out of your mind. Let's continue. On June 27th, Nick Kypreos of the Toronto Star pondered where Kadri sees his role in the rebuilding plans. He suggested the possibility of the veteran center waiving his no movement clause. And if you know Kypreos, of course, big Leafs guy, and he was more so talking about if the Leafs should maybe go after Kadri and that sort of thing. But he did talk about the Flames doing it. I'm sure you can go back. It's from about a week ago, a little bit over that if you want to see. The following day, TSN's Darren Dreger reported teams were making inquiries about Kadri. However, he indicated the Flames see him as a big part of their roster reset. Dreger also cited Kadri's no movement clause, adding that he likes Calgary. And this didn't just come out of thin air. Dreger wasn't just saying this to just say it. Let me show you the actual tweet here. So this is the real tweet from Dregsy. He said, teams are calling the Flames with interest in Nazem Kadri. However, Calgary isn't in a full tear down. They're trying to reset their roster, and Kadri is a big part of that. He also has a no move and likes Calgary. I think that's the biggest part here, is that Kadri has made it very, very clear, very evident that he wants to be here. Kadri and Weegar both won the hearts of many, many Flames fans, and especially many Flames fans in the city of Calgary as well, by just really making it known that they want to be here. They want to go through maybe some of the harder times and then get up and then hopefully contend later. Kadri, he's won the cup. He knows what it takes. Sure, he went into a great situation. Maybe wasn't in the best one before, but he knows what it is like. And it's just great that he does want to be here. That's, to me, the biggest part of this tweet, is showing that he actually does like Calgary. So that's kind of the trade rumor mill. We got Kadri being involved in it. No, I haven't shown any proposed teams or anything that are interested. From what I've read online and what I've just heard, kind of ear to ear, we should say, is, of course, the Leafs. They always get locked up in all of the trade rumors, but with Kypreos saying it, of course, and there's articles as well. The Leafs are involved. I have heard the Oilers' name being thrown around. I mean, that was a little bit more before free agency kind of started, but Colorado is a big one too. Recently, that one came up. Big YouTube channel, Lego Rocks. I think he was the one who said that Kadri and the Colorado Avalanche should have a reunion and that it could be very good. We'll see. If he were to get traded, it would obviously be to a contender. Those aforementioned teams are contenders for sure. There's probably some other teams that could look at his services, but I don't know. I'm not fully sold on this. So let's get into the verdict. And I will firstly provide the verdict of the article, and then I'll kind of do my own because I think I know the Flames better than Bleacher Report does, and you guys down in the comments genuinely know the Flames better than I do. I'm just the spokesperson for Digest Media here, but either way, we'll have two verdicts here is the best way I can put it. But before we get into that, I just wanted to show there actually is legitimacy to these trade rumors. I'm not making it up. Neither's Bleacher Report. Here's from the hockey writers. Maple Leafs should check the cost to reunite with Nazem Kadri. That was from late June as well. And I don't know. There's just a chance that something could kind of happen here. Here's another one. This is how Kadri actually feels about trade rumors in general. Kadri on the trade rumors, you have to think more than half of it is just BS. That's not even alluding to the trade rumors surrounding him. That's just how he feels about trade rumors. I think this was originally from the trade deadline kind of era, we should say. What a crazy time that was as a Flames fan. My goodness, it was nuts. Every single day there was a new bomb drop. But either way, Kadri, he's not a big fan of the trade rumors. His name is now swirling in it. I don't know how legit it will be. But first, of course, like I said, we'll let Bleacher Report do their talking. And what's their verdict? Well, they said buy or sell, which is kind of weird. I think they meant keep or sell because we can't really buy Kadri. Or already bought his contract. Well, we're paying his contract. I don't know. Either way, they say sell. They should trade him. Trade or not trade. Maybe the Flames change their minds if a rival club makes an irresistible offer. No idea why it has to be a rival. I genuinely showed you the whole Flames part of that article from Bleacher Report. But either way, however, it sounds like they want to keep Kadri and he wants to stay put, which is definitely more how I feel. I think Kadri wants to be here, and Flames fans, for the most part, I said 50-50 earlier. I'd say it's a little bit more higher end on the keep him side of don't trade him, at least not yet kind of thing. A lot of people want to get rid of that contract. That's fine. We do still have to hit the salary floor. But either way, my personal verdict is to not trade Nazem Kadri right now. We saw certain players this season when they started playing with him on a line, their games excelled. That's why Connor Zary became so good. Martin Pospisil, when he was on a line with Kadri, that is when he was his most dangerous and his most aggressive. It was awesome. We even saw Kuzmenko pick it up when he was on a line with Kadri. There's so much that Kadri does provide. I know there's certain parts of his game that are so aggravating as Flames fans, whether it's, him going offside literally every single time the Flames have a rush up the ice, some other chippiness factors and penalty taking. I know he's gotten a lot better than that than his early days in the NHL, but either way, I think there's a lot more to love from his game. We saw his numbers go crazy high this season, and it was just awesome to see. He can produce the points. He can bring leadership. He has that Stanley Cup ring, but his certain edge to his game, he can pass on or at least show other edgy players of what not to do, kind of like Pospisil and others. And, for Zary to look up to Naz is great too. I just think it's great to have that leadership core of a Weegar, Kadri. We've got Huberdeau, of course, Backlund, to kind of help all the young guys that will be coming along in the next few years while these guys still have their contracts. My verdict is don't trade them. I know how Bleacher Report feels. Please let me know down in the comments how you feel about it. And speaking of comments, let's wrap this up with the comment of the day. And I know I spoiled it before. My bad about hitting the wrong button. Well, I just preset the wrong button for this one. But either way, it has to go with the 3-part series we did over the weekend about the 11 players that the Flames could look into for free agency. And really, we don't have to look at any of those 11. There are some that are better than others, but I did like this comment here from our guy Perry Wolf, and he said Rossi might be a good fit for Huberdeau. That's interesting. He could definitely excel in that role. Still need a top right winger on that line. Maybe Kakko, another man mentioned in that. It seems to me as though most fans of the channel and of the Flames, of course, they were saying nope to Kaapo Kakko, definite no to Trevor Zegras, and towards the end of, kind of the third installment of that three-part series, they were all kind of no's. But either way, it was very fun to do, and your guys' interaction was crazy. Your guys' interaction in general lately has been so good. I can't thank you guys enough. You make it so fun to do this. But to wrap up the video and this comment, I just wanted to say go Flames go. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe, like what you saw here today, and have a wonderful rest of your day.